In this video, I'm going to be playing Minecraft, but I can't jump. Yes, this challenge has been done countless times before, but I haven't seen anyone do the challenge on Bedrock Edition. So that's what I'm doing in this video. There's one rule for this challenge, and that rule is under no circumstances am I allowed to jump. That means no sprint jumping, no hopping up a mountain, and absolutely no breaking crops. Will I beat the game, or will the challenge be too much for this Bedrock player? When I started the world, I was in a mangrove swamp, and quickly found out the challenge was too much. So I reset the challenge, and went as far as unbinding my jump key. On the second attempt, I got wood.
Never leave a tree floating.
Collected stone. This is when I was greeted by the challenges not being able to jump brings. At first, I was able to just dig in a straight line and get out of the tunnel I made. But soon I found out half slabs were going to be a lifesaver for me. With the birch half slabs, I was able to make it to a dark oak forest.
Am I able to walk up these without jumping? Is that? Oh, I can. All right. That's perfect.
In the dark oak forest, I was able to collect enough wood to last me for a very long time. Continuing on, I found an ocean and didn't know if I'd be able to swim without jumping, so I made a boat and hopped in it without thinking. But apparently you can just crouch and you can get out the boat. And so I was off in search of the village. On my voyage, I found the new firefly bush as well as a huge mountain that had been split in half. I looted a ruined portal and found a gold block, but I forgot you needed an iron pickaxe to actually collect it.
I knew it.
I wasn't sad for too long though, because I found another one, and this time I had an iron pickaxe. At this point, it was looking like finding a village was going to take a lot longer than I had first planned. So I landed at the nearest island and started collecting some food before setting off on my voyage again. Something I didn't realize till just now is that I had been going in a giant circle.
If I didn't have coordinates on, I'd be thinking I'm going around in circles, because I swear I've seen that tower before. I did. I went in a circle.
I saw the split mountain and felt a little disappointed.
Bruh.
However, as quickly as that disappointment came, it left, because just beyond the horizon was the village. Finally, I can start making more progress. I took over the abandoned house and made myself at home by placing the firefly bushes I'd collected earlier and making the whole village more accessible to my non-jumping needs. I even started building a staircase to an upper part of the village, but I was interrupted by a creeper. Once the staircase was complete, I grabbed the hay bales and didn't have to worry about food anymore. I then left to go mining so I could go to the nether later. While I was mining though, I found out it was really difficult to move around without jumping. With every pocket of iron I dug, I had to use half slabs to get out. Luckily, the cave was fairly safe, at least until I went deeper. And when I was down to diamond level, monsters were everywhere. And because I couldn't jump, I kept feeling trapped, which made me even more stressed. But I stayed calm, found diamonds, collected the obsidian I needed, and got out of that cave faster than a boat on ice. Back at the village, I built another portal. But before I could enter, I had to go collect snow so I could use it as a weapon against the blaze. In the nether, I found a bastion and carefully got one chest at the top. But after that, I got scared and ran off. As I was running off, I stumbled across the nether fortress. Luckily, a blaze spawner was the first thing I found, and I got the blaze rods with the help of the snowballs, only almost dying a few times. With the blaze rods acquired, all I needed was the end pearls to make the ender eyes. And I thought I was going to spend a lot longer than I had to, but I looked to my left and there was a warp biome right there. So I went and collected the ender pearls I needed, and now with everything I needed, I can go and take on the ender dragon, finally completing this challenge. I thought about mining some more so I could get better armor, but I'm built different, and I can take it on. So I head to the stronghold and find the portal room, placing my bed in case things get bad and I die. Then I hop into the portal, saying something inspiring I saw in a movie once.
May the odds be ever in your favor. That was cool enough.
And I was in, ready to take the ender dragon on. I dug straight up to the surface and started sniping the ender pearls like I had aimbot or something. I even tried giving the ender dragon a funny name. It didn't work, so instead I named it an enderman, and I stared right into its evil little purple eyes. All I had left were the 2 cage towers. I tried using water, but died, and then I had to go all the way around the island to get my stuff back. I gave up on the water plan and started building a staircase. Looking back, I should have used ladders instead of stairs, but the staircase thing looks so cool. I mean, look at that. The momentum I had was immediately stopped with brute force. This is when a major flaw was revealed. I left all of my things on myself instead of leaving it in a chest by the bed. This means if I lost the half slabs, even if I got the end crystals destroyed, it would be impossible for me to get to the center of the island because the center is higher than the edges around it. Knowing now that losing the half slabs can set me back hours, I made a shield so I didn't die as fast as possible, and I'm so glad I did that. With my shield in hand, I destroyed the first cage crystal and had one more to go. I headed straight for it, but the dragon had other plans. Getting my stuff back after that death was a nightmare. And with countless more attempts and me being cautious of where I died, the other crystal fell, and now it was just me and the Ender Dragon. Oh, and the Enderman who hated the dragon. But I died, and disaster was closer than ever. Each time I died, I needed to go all the way back to the center with no slabs. I tried to make more routes, but the dragon kept destroying them. I didn't realize this would be the hardest part. My supplies were only a fraction of what they were when I started the fight. But so was the dragon's health. It was a race to see who could last the longest. And after all the struggle, the final result led to this. Yes, finally. This was such a fun challenge, and it got my mind really thinking. I've beaten Minecraft so many times before, but this was one of my favorite times beating it. And it made me realize that adding just a little twist to something can make it feel completely new. And that's with anything, really. I feel like a lot of times we get caught up doing stuff the most efficient way possible, though we miss out on enjoying the variety life has to offer. We eat at the same restaurants, listen to the same music, and play Minecraft the same way almost every time. That's not to say doing the same thing is wrong. It's the safest option because it's been done before. We know we like it. But thinking of different ways to do things has a level of excitement the comfortable way just doesn't have. Just try doing something new. Maybe you'll end up finding you love it, or maybe you'll hate it. Either way, it's a new experience, and with every new experience comes more learning, more excitement, and the potential for your life to change forever.